Before you buy your next suitcase, let me stop you for just a moment. Because the most frustrating travel experiences don't start at the airport gate. They start weeks earlier, when you choose the wrong luggage. This video is not about brands, it's not sponsored, and it's definitely not about what looks good on Instagram. It's about real mistakes, painful, annoying trip, ruining mistakes that travelers keep making without realizing it. I learned these lessons the hard way, dragging a carry-on that wouldn't steer straight, fighting with wheels that felt like they were working against me, loving a suitcase for how it looked, and regretting it the moment I stepped into an airport. If you've ever felt stressed before you even reached security, if you've ever thought, why is this so much harder than it should be? Then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through the luggage features you should never buy, no matter how popular, trendy, or cute they look online. These are small design choices that seem harmless in the store, but will quietly drive you crazy once your trip begins. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and what to walk away from before you spend another $1 on a suitcase. Let's start with the first mistake almost everyone ignores. Number 1. The handle mistake that ruins your entire trip. Let's start with a feature that seems minor, but will affect every single step you take through an airport. The handle. More specifically, wobbly, unstable suitcase handles. This is the kind of problem you won't notice in the store. You pull the handle up, it locks, everything seems fine. But once you're walking through a real airport over tile floors, through long terminals, down narrow airplane aisles, that's when the nightmare begins. A loose handle makes your suitcase feel like it has a mind of its own. It shakes. It jiggles. It refuses to move straight. Instead of gliding effortlessly beside you, you're constantly correcting it, pulling harder, steering more aggressively, wasting energy. You should be saving for your trip. And here's the truth. Most people don't talk about airport travel. Already comes with enough stress. You should not be fighting your luggage at the same time. If a suitcase handle flexes side to side while you walk, that's a red flag. If it feels unstable when you make turns, that's another warning. And if you struggle to guide it down an airplane aisle without bumping seats or knees, walk away. A solid handle should feel like an extension of your arm. No shaking. No hesitation. Just smooth, controlled movement. Because if the handle fails, everything else about that suitcase becomes irrelevant. And unfortunately, this is only the beginning. Number 2. Why bad wheels turn airports into obstacle courses. If the handle is the heart of your suitcase, then the wheels are the legs. And bad wheels will make even a short walk through the airport feel exhausting. Here's the mistake most travelers make. They assume all suitcase wheels work the same. They don't. Some wheels look sturdy, but fight you the entire way. Others roll fine for a few seconds, then start pulling left, drifting right, or suddenly stopping, for no reason at all. I've walked through airports where my suitcase literally tried to steer me instead of the other way around. On tile floors. On short airport carpet. Even in wide-open terminals. And that's the test most people skip. When you're checking a suitcase, whether in a store or at home, don't just pull it beside you. Let it roll on its own. A good suitcase should glide forward smoothly without force. If it immediately veers to one side, that's not a small flaw. That's a design problem you'll feel for the entire trip. And here's the part no one tells you: airport carpet is deceptively difficult to roll on. It's short, dense, and unforgiving. If a suitcase struggles there, imagine what happens when you're tired, rushing to a gate, or navigating a crowded terminal. Wheels should feel effortless, quiet, predictable. Because the moment you start fighting them, travel stops being enjoyable, and starts feeling like work. Number 3. The wheel design that fails when you need it most. Now let's talk about a feature that often looks sleek and modern, but can quietly sabotage your trip. Single wheels. At first glance, they don't seem like a deal breaker. The suitcase rolls. It turns. It fits in the overhead bin. So what's the problem? There are two. First, single wheels are far more vulnerable. When luggage gets checked at the gate or handled roughly in transit, those exposed wheels take the hit. And a single wheel has no backup. If it cracks, bends, or pops off your suitcase, instantly becomes dead weight. Second, single wheels struggle in the real world. Airports aren't the only places you'll roll your luggage. Think about uneven sidewalks, old pavement, cobblestone streets in Europe, historic downtown areas, hotel entrances with textured flooring. Single wheels catch. They snag. They wobble over rough surfaces. And suddenly, a smooth arrival turns into an awkward, noisy drag behind you. This doesn't mean every suitcase with single wheels is unusable. But it does mean you're taking a risk, especially if you travel often or walk long distances with your luggage. A good suitcase should feel rugged and dependable, not delicate, because travel already comes with enough unpredictability. Your wheels shouldn't add to it. Number 4. The simple wheel test most people never do. Here's a travel mistake that's incredibly common and incredibly easy to avoid. Most people never test wheel friction. They pull the suitcase once, maybe twice, and decide it's good enough. But that's not how you find quality wheels. Let me give you a simple test anyone can do. Stand still. Give your suitcase a gentle push on a smooth surface tile works best. Then let go. Watch what happens. If the suitcase rolls smoothly and keeps going, you're looking at good wheels. If it stops almost immediately or feels like it's dragging against the floor, that's high friction, and high friction means constant effort. Think of it like this. Bad wheels are like walking with heavy, stiff shoes. Every step costs you energy. Good wheels, on the other hand, feel effortless. They keep rolling without resistance. They don't fight you. This matters more than people realize, especially on long travel days. When you're tired, when your gait changes, when you're moving fast through a crowded terminal, a suitcase that rolls easily saves your shoulders, your wrists, and your patience. And if the wheels can't pass this basic test in a store, they won't magically improve once you're traveling. Number 5. The hidden weight problem that steals your packing space. This next issue doesn't show up in glossy product photos, but it can quietly cost you pounds of packing freedom. The empty weight of your suitcase. A lot of travelers don't think about this until it's too late, when they're standing at the check-in counter, rearranging belongings, or paying extra fees. Here's the reality. Airlines don't care how heavy your suitcase feels. They care how much it weighs. If your bag already weighs too much before you put anything inside, you've lost the game before it even starts. Some suitcases feel solid and premium, but that weight comes at a price. Every extra pound of suitcase is one less pound of clothing, shoes, or essentials you can bring. For travelers who rely on carry-on luggage, this matters even more. You're already limited by size. Weight limits make it even tighter. That doesn't mean heavier suitcases are always wrong, but it does mean you should know what you're choosing. Check your airline's weight rules. Then check the suitcase's empty weight. Because the smartest packing hack isn't folding better, it's starting with a bag that doesn't work against you. Number 6. Why cute is the most expensive mistake you can make. This is the mistake I knew better than to make, and I still made it. Buying a suitcase because it looks good. The color is perfect. The interior lining is beautiful. The design feels fun, stylish, and different. And suddenly, logic leaves the room. I told myself it'll be fine. I even had the return label ready. But I didn't send it back because it was cute. And that decision cost me comfort control and peace of mind on every trip that followed. Here's the truth: you don't travel inside your suitcase. You travel with it. A beautiful interior doesn't matter when the wheels fight you. A stylish shell doesn't help when the handle wobbles, and trendy design won't make up for poor functionality. Suitcase brands know this. They invest heavily in colors, patterns, and details because they sell. But smart travelers ask a different question. How will this feel after 3 hours in an airport? If you have to choose between cute and practical, always choose practical. Because the regret of bad luggage lasts far longer than the excitement of a pretty design. Number 7. The suitcase shape that secretly wastes your space. Now let's talk about something that almost no one notices at first glance, but you'll feel it the moment you start packing. The shape of the suitcase, specifically carry-on bags that don't extend downward between the wheels. You've probably seen them. They look clean. They look simple. Just a perfect rectangle sitting on 4 wheels. And that's the problem. When a suitcase doesn't dip down between the wheels, you lose valuable interior space, usually 2 to 3 inches. That may not sound like much, but in packing terms, it's huge. That missing space could hold 3 extra shirts, an extra pair of shoes, or the layer you didn't pack because you ran out of room. Instead, that space is wasted because the wheels are just hanging underneath the bag, barely attached, offering no functional benefit. These designs are often cheaper for manufacturers to make, and that's why you see them everywhere online in discount stores and in too-good-to-be-true deals. Here's a simple rule: if a carry-on looks like a flat box with wheels dangling below it, be careful. A well-designed suitcase uses every inch wisely. It works with airline limits, not against them. Number 8. Why exposed wheels don't survive real travel. This next mistake is easy to spot, yet surprisingly easy to ignore. Exposed wheels. These are the wheels that hang low, unprotected, barely attached to the bottom of the suitcase. They look fine sitting still, but once travel begins, they're the first thing to suffer. Think about what your luggage goes through. Curbs, sidewalk cracks, uneven pavement, rough hotel entrances, and sometimes being checked at the gate when overhead bins are full. Every impact goes straight into those wheels. Suitcases with embedded or partially recessed wheels have a clear advantage. The shell helps shield the wheel housing. The frame absorbs some of the shock. And the wheels last longer because they're not taking the hit alone. Cheap suitcases don't bother with this protection. Their wheels hang down like an afterthought attached by what feels like a thin piece of plastic. And here's the key point: you can usually spot this problem from across the store. If the wheels look fragile at a distance, they probably are. Good wheel protection isn't about luxury. It's about durability. Because once a wheel fails, the entire suitcase fails with it. Number 9. The one failure that can ruin an entire vacation. This next feature doesn't get much attention until it fails. The zipper. A broken zipper doesn't just inconvenience you, it can completely derail your trip. Imagine this happening mid-vacation. You're opening your suitcase in a hotel room. The zipper catches. You pull gently, and suddenly it separates. Now your suitcase won't close. Your belongings are exposed, and you're scrambling for a solution in a place you don't know. That's why zipper quality matters more than most people think. When you're evaluating a suitcase, don't just glance at the zipper. Use it. Open it all the way. Close it all the way. Pay special attention to the corners. That's where weak zippers fail first. A good zipper should glide smoothly without force. No snagging, no resistance, no rough spots. Many high-quality suitcases use premium zippers for a reason. But even without knowing brand names, your hands will tell you the truth. If it doesn't feel smooth in your living room or in a store, it won't feel better after being packed full and handled by airline crews. Locks, TSA approved or not, are optional for many travelers. But a reliable zipper is not. At the end of the day, good luggage isn't about status trends or brand names. It's about how you feel while traveling. A well-designed suitcase disappears beside you. It rolls smoothly. It carries what you need. It doesn't demand your attention. The wrong one does the opposite. It drains your energy, tests your patience, and adds stress where none is needed. So before you buy your next suitcase, slow down. Test it. Question it. And walk away from features that look appealing but fail in real life. Because the best trips begin long before takeoff with smarter choices made at home.